Hey everybody, this is a video of my Nikko Ferrari Testarossa. This is the bigger version. They did make a smaller version, but this is the big version. I guess I would say it's 1/10, 1/10 scale, 1/10 scale. Let me try to pronounce that correctly. I've been having it for a while. I've been wanting to do a video on it for quite a bit, but unfortunately when I got it, and I knew when I bought it that each one of the wheels has a flat spot. So which means whoever had it just sitting up on its shelf, and the rest is, you know how it goes. If you just have these things sitting on a shelf, they're susceptible to flat spots, which all four tires have a flat spot. So when it's rolling, it's like a train wreck. If you can imagine, just the train wreck. But other than that, it is in pretty good shape. It does still have both the bumpers. It doesn't look like it was abused. It really doesn't look like it was even run much. It's got a little ding right here, but other than that, it's good. It has the flip up lights right here. You manually flip them up, and as the car is rolling forwards and backwards, the lights light up. It's a pretty cool feature. This was you can see it does say made in Japan by Nikko. It doesn't have the date. I do have the original manual. I don't have the box, but I do have the manual. You can see the tire as I roll the tire. You see how kind of wonky it is. All four tires are like that. But one major drawback to this car, okay, it's a big car, right? It's got a big motor in it, but it's not a very powerful motor. The power source for this car kind of doomed the car from having any kind of speed. Ignore this plug for a minute, because what this car actually ran on was 6 C batteries and 4 AA's. Now, if you hold 6 C batteries and 4 AA's in your hand, I don't actually have a little scale to weigh it out, but that's a lot of freaking weight to add to a car that really, it's big and it's underpowered, and it's heavy already. You add all those batteries in there, and I've done it. I've put the batteries in there, and I understand that it's not going to get the speed it maybe should have because of the way the wheels are, but it was really slow. So what I did was I went ahead and I converted it to 9.6 volt. No problem. Plenty of room in the battery compartment. And it still really doesn't go that fast. I'm going to contribute that to the motor. It's got a big motor in it, but the motor just, I don't know. The motor is not powerful. So, it's a shame that this thing is as cool as it is. It suffered from that. I think that was bad design. But these companies, I mean, you know, they got a bottom line to deal with, and I guess they had that to deal with, to take into consideration. I don't know, I'm no businessman, but I'm sure it had something to do with it. This is the original controller for it. It is one of the controllers that has the fixed band. You can't take the crystal out of it or out of the car. In the car, the crystal's directly soldered to the board, just like it is in here. But it is digital proportional. The controller takes 6, plus the controller takes 6 AA's. So that's 16 batteries just to operate this car, which, man, that's overkill. But I have decided that I am going to go ahead and put the battery in there, and I'm going to go ahead and take it for a little spin right here in the house. Let's see, just to show you, even with 9.6 volt power, that it really doesn't perform like you think it would. So let me do that. Let me go ahead and put the battery in, and we'll see what we can do. One thing I did notice after I soldered in the power plug to put the 9.6 volt, I didn't take the 4 AA's out of the loop, which I think the 4 AA's actually powers the steering. Looking at the way the wires were routed in there, it looked like it all routed through to into the board, and then it went from the board to the steering servo. So I really think the only thing these AA's were for was excuse me, I think it was for the steering servo. So I think the 9.6 volt is all for the motor. So I'm gonna go ahead, and you can see there's plenty of room in here. I did have to make a few little adjustments inside the compartment, but it wasn't a big deal. I'll go ahead and turn it on right here. Let's show you that it's digital proportional. You can see the lights light up as you go forward. And the faster you go, the brighter they get. Reverse, the same thing. The steering. Sometimes it gets a little interference where it goes to the left. Sometimes it wants to, the wheels want to roll a little bit. Not to the right, just to the left. I don't know. And you know, this digital proportion system, it also had these little things on the edge where you could, you know, if you wanted to, I don't, you know, I can understand on airplanes and or helicopters why you would want to adjust the trim that way. For sure, the steering, I understand that 100%. But on a car like this, with the throttle, I don't know, it was a feature. I guess it was a good feature, that nice feature to have on there, just to say you had the option to do that. But I can't see. I don't know. I can't see why you'd ever want to use that. But let me go ahead. We'll go ahead and put it on the floor here, and we'll see what it. I'll let you see how crazy it is because of the tires. Okay, so you can see I didn't clear the floor. Usually I move all this stuff out of the way to run my cars for a video. And my poor dog, I have to put him in his kennel when I do this, because if not, if you've seen any other videos, he really goes after the cars. So, I don't know if you could tell, but you see how it just wants to jump up and down, and that's because of the tires. Now, it is a good looking car. The Ferrari Testarossa is classic. Testarossa, however you want to say it. But it really gets up to speed really slow compared to, you know, when you have it up on the, when I had it up on the little stand and I hit the gas, you would think, wow, it looks like it would take off pretty quick. But no, and I'm contributing that to the motor. Once you put any kind of resistance on that motor, no, that's it. You see how it jumps around pretty bad. That's why I don't. I've been really struggling with making a video on this car. But there are just a couple of little videos online, you know, as of right now of this car. Nothing really major. I just wanted to. It doesn't really have that punch. I thought about upgrading it to hobby grade, putting it, because there's a lot of room in there to put a bigger motor. A lot of room in there. You can put a nice size hobby grade motor, and plenty of room for electronics, more than enough room. But I don't know. It is I guess it's not 100% original anymore because of what I did on the inside. But I don't know. Is it worth it? Because the wheels are still kind of funny, you know. If anybody has any suggestions on how I can make, you know, if you've had that problem and if you've actually repaired wheels like this before, I've thought of a couple of, you know, tried to do some brainstorming, thinking how can I fix that, but everything I could think of runs a risk of actually destroying the tire, and unless anybody would know of a replacement tire that would fit perfect on this car. I don't have the exact specifications on the side of the rim. My dog is very, Winston. My dog is very unhappy right now. He wants to eat it. But this is the Nikko Ferrari Testarossa, the large version of 1/10 scale from Nikko. Probably, I'm gonna say probably 85, 1985. This probably came out. But it is such a good looking car. I would like to have it to where it can roll smoothly. So anybody has any suggestions, please let me know, because it is a great car, and it should be. You know, it should be something I could run without having to worry about it shaking itself apart like this, because it's terrible. It's terrible. But, well, that's it. I'm going to end the video so my dog doesn't have a fit. Winston. Yeah, he's unhappy. So, well, that's it. I appreciate everybody watching. And like I said, you have any suggestions on what I can do with the wheels, please let me know. Thanks for watching.